Alright, we got another DIY project this weekend. This time it's the driver's side catalytic converter that needs to be changed. Now, I had changed the passenger side last weekend because I had a code P0420. And then we drove it for a little bit, and now the P0430 for the driver's side came on. So I have to change that cat because the oxygen sensors, they're new. They've been new for about a year. So we got the new cap for the driver's side. Now to do this job, since this is an all-wheel drive Crew, I have to take out the drive shaft here. Hopefully it won't be stuck, it'll be easy to come out. Take out the drive shaft first, and then I can disconnect the exhaust, probably back there, disconnect it back there, and then come up and take out the oxygen sensors there. Yeah, and then on this side there's like an access hole up in here to access the bolts attaching the exhaust to the head, cylinder head. And so hopefully I won't have any problems. I'm taking that side out. Yeah. Driver's side catalytic converter. Then after that's done, I have a valve cover leak, oil leak. It's leaking oil on that side. Passenger side valve cover gasket is leaking, so I'll have to remove this intake again and take this valve cover off because the oil is dripping on this side. And then I also got a cylinder misfire, cylinders 1 and 5. So that's cylinders 1 and 5, 1, 3, 5. So once I take the valve covers off, take the upper intake off, I'll just go ahead and change the coils, all 6 coils and all 6 plugs. So yeah, after I do the catalytic converter, I'll come over here and replace the passenger side valve cover gasket and all 6 ignition coils, or coilover plugs, what they call them, and spark plugs. So yeah, I'm gonna be busy this weekend. All right, let's get to it. All right, everyone, I have the old catalytic converter out. It came out pretty easily. Thought I was gonna have a difficult time, but these out, and match the aftermarket catalytic converter matches up nicely. So let me show you how I got it out. All right, there's an access hole up in there. You can see, so I got to 3 of the bolts from here, and then the last, let's see, the drive shaft came out. Yeah, that drive shaft came out pretty good. That's where the drive shaft was. All right, this is what I used to take the drive shaft out. I used one of these chisels, and when the drive shaft was right here, I just took this chisel. I just took this chisel, and then I knocked right here when the drive shaft was in like this. I just took this chisel and knocked a little bit that direction, and then put the transmission in neutral and rotated the drive shaft, and then hit it with a couple more taps that way, and you can start to see the drive shaft moving forward. So about 2 or 3 taps right here, up, up, up. Then I would spin it, tap it again, up, 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 and the drive shaft would slowly come forward. And then after about, let's see, 2 or 3 rotations, it started to pop out. I was able to just pull the drive shaft out, and then when it was still connected to that end, I just pulled it down a little bit, put a little force on it, and then turned it, then put a little bit more force on it, and then you can see it start to pop out. So yeah, that's how I was able to get that drive shaft out. Yeah, just knocking. Let's see, I didn't knock on that in, I knock right here on that part. So I just knock forward right here. So not on that part, but right here. So yeah, as you can see, so I just knock, tap, 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 right there. All right, that's how I was able to get the drive shaft out. Yeah, to lower the exhaust pipe from there, right there, and here. Took the bracket off, and then let's see, I was able to, let's see up in here, pull the catalytic converter out. Yeah, so now I just have to clean off that surface up there. Clean off that surface, and then be ready to put the new one in. So yeah, this job, let's see, both catalytic converters. Where's, oh, right there. Yeah, I did that one, that side, last week. And so this side, this weekend. And let's see, a shop would have probably charged about what, $2,000 for this job. So yeah, I saved a little bit of change. Yep. All right, let's get to it. Let's get putting it back together. All right. Let's go. All right, this catalytic converter replacement job is complete. Everything went back well. As you can see, all the brackets and braces are put back in. And let's see, drive shaft is in. A new catalytic converter is in. Yeah. This job took me about maybe about 8 hours. Well, I think I had a 2-hour break, so about 6 hours. Yeah, this job took me about 6 hours. Yep. Let's see, yeah. Both upstream and downstream oxygen sensors in. Torque tight. So now I just have to do the valve cover gasket job and a coil over plug job tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching. Out.